shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who is fearless. A young loner on a crusade to champion the cause in a world of reckless automobiles. These are my motovlogs. Hey, what's up YouTube? Your boy Chris. I'm out on the Goldwing, out on the previous generation Honda Goldwing. Actually, I'm out here on Interstate 15 northbound, heading toward Vegas. Behind me on his 22 Honda Goldwing, Casey. Casey is on his 2022 Honda Goldwing DCT. There's Casey. What's going on, Casey? You hear me okay?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
That'd be great.
All right. Casey's on his 22 Honda Goldwing. He came out to meet up with me. I'm actually out here in Barstow, California. He lives out in this area, and he's riding with me over to Las Vegas. And we're talking to you on the Sena. I'm on my Sena 20. What headset do you have there, Casey?
This is a Sena SRL.
Okay.
I think it's made for the Neotech.
Okay. So it's that headset that actually mounts inside of that Neotech 2 helmet. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think it's based off the SRL 20 or 30 series, I think.
Okay. And we just paired right up center to center. And it sounds pretty good. No crackling, no popping or anything. Today it's just Casey and myself, and we're out here on 15. We're on our Senas heading toward Vegas. The current temperature right now is 75 degrees. It feels warmer than that though when you stop, because the sun is beaming down on you. And today it feels toasty. So Casey, now how many miles you say you got on your bike?
It's got 475 currently.
475 miles. Casey's breaking the bike in today. So Casey,
Yes, sir.
how long you been watching my videos, Casey?
I think a good 4 years.
Wow.
I know you've been making them for 5 or 6, but I think about 4 years ago was the first time I saw you on a video.
Okay.
And of course, I've gone back and watched a lot of the ones that that you made before I had seen them. But good 4 years, yeah.
I'm not sure if you've seen my recent videos. I talked about some of the things that could cause a biker to have a breakdown on the side of the road, and also a trailer. Some of the things that can cause a trailer to have a breakdown on the side of the road. This is a place that you do not want to take maintaining your bike lightly.
Like you said, it's not too far off from Death Valley. That's the lowest part elevation-wise in the continental United States. It regularly gets into the 115, 120 degrees, especially in Death Valley. You don't want to break down out here in the summertime, and the temperature swings are easily 50 degrees day to night. So you'd be hot one minute and cold the next.
Yeah, I noticed that coming out of Phoenix, man. It was 100 degrees there, and once we crossed the mountains into San Diego, it got cool. Matter of fact, I had to put on a jacket, and it was just maybe a 40-degree temperature variance between Phoenix and San Diego.
Yes, definitely.
So, Casey, how do you like your Goldwing? Now, we kind of talked about it back at the gas station, but...
Oh, I've had several. My first one was a 1994 GL 1500, and I was about 18 at the time when I bought it.
Okay.
It was a 94, I guess it was a year old when I got it, and then I had that for a while, joined the Navy, and after joining the Navy, I sold it after a few years, and then I bought a 98 Goldwing, another GL 1500. Of course, it was already 8 or 9 years old, 7 or 8 years old when I bought it, and rode it for a while. And then in 2010, I'm sorry, 2007, I bought a GL 1800.
Right.
And I rode that for quite some time, and I sold it and bought a 16, identical to the one that you're riding on right now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And also, that's a good-looking bike.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, I bought that 2016.
Okay.
But it was in 2018 already when I bought it.
Okay.
And then decided that I wanted a newer style one, so I bought a 2018
Okay.
blue Goldwing.
Right.
It was a manual transmission,
Okay.
and then eventually ended up with this 22 DCT.
Okay.
And like I was telling you at the gas station, when I bought that 2016, I didn't want anything to do with the 2018.
Come on over, Casey. There you go. There you go.
To me, it was just too small.
You thought it was too small at the time?
I did.
Yeah.
And then I guess decided that I wanted the 2018, so I went and got it. And then at that time, the salesperson down there in Huntington Beach, he said, "You sure you don't want the DCT?" I said, "No, you couldn't give me that thing." And 2 years later, I traded off that 2018 manual, which was a really good motorcycle.
Right.
Excellent motorcycle, but this one is a 22. It hadn't sold in 23. It was a leftover. And, we got down to the right price, and so I sold the blue one and bought this one. And hopefully I'll keep this one for a while. I think this is going to be a keeper.
Yeah. Casey, I think my headset is saying low battery. So I don't know if I have an actual cord for. We'll stop at the very next stop because I could plug it in. I don't even know if I have a cord. Now, so back to your story. So you had 4 Goldwings. You had 2 1500s, and you had a 2018 manual, and then you now you're on the 22 DCT automatic.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
I think I've had even more than that actually, because my father had bought an 88.
Okay.
My dad bought an 88, and that was about 14, 15, and I started riding it some, and
okay.
It got to where I was riding it so much, he said, "You're gonna have to go get one if you want one, because you're riding it too much."
Oh, okay. So
that I ended up with a 94. I bought a 1994 Goldwing, and had it for a while. Then I sold it when I joined the Navy, and then I bought a 1998 GL 1500, and was coming back from a deployment, and I bought that motorcycle on eBay, and my dad went. I'm not sure where he flew to. He flew somewhere to ride it back for me, and then so I bought a 2007 GL 1800.
Right.
And then I bought a 2016 Goldwing.
Oh, okay.
Identical to the one that you're riding right now.
So you've been around Goldwings for pretty much all your life.
Yes, sir. Pretty much Goldwings the whole time.
Yeah. Let me ask you this question: how did you find my video, Casey?
I think I was searching for something on that 2016.
Okay.
And I come across. Then I heard that Knight Rider song. I was hooked.
Hook, line, and sinker. The Knight Rider gets them every time.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you, Casey. For watching my vids and watching my channel. I hate when I forget to buckle my helmet.
Yeah, I think you're an inspiration. I know a lot of people, use your videos as a motorcycling experience. Maybe some of them are a little uh, elderly or can't ride anymore, or
Yeah.
for whatever reason.
Yeah, a lot of people have actually stumbled across my vids, and they subscribe to the channel and just kind of been with me ever since. Matter of fact, I'm not sure if you saw my last one of the videos I put up coming from Phoenix, but old Slingshot found my videos on YouTube, and he's been a follower ever since. And he was actually in the military. Matter of fact, he said he was on that what you call that boat, the Midway. Yeah, well, he did his first assignment or first tour. He was actually on the Midway.
I see.
Yeah, he was on the Midway. So he lives out in San Diego, but he followed my vids, and he has the 23 Honda Goldwing. So I just,
how does he like it?
Oh, he loved it, man. I thank God for you and Slingshot, out here in California, that follows my videos. And I want to give a shout out to Bo, that lives out here in California as well. So shouts out to Bo, that lives out here in California, that also follows my YouTube videos.
In that time, I worked on aircraft the entire time, in squadrons that deployed on aircraft carriers.
Okay.
And you got, many different squadrons that are attached to a few different air wings, and 10 carriers at the time, and six deployments, 2 rim packs, and a whole lot of land and what we call detachments that were less than 30 days. And so I hadn't been on all 10 of those carriers, but a couple of deployments on the Lincoln, one on the Vincent, one on the Sena, and a couple on the Nimitz.
Okay.
And then some other small detachments on other ships that were in the area at the time, or certain little tests and things that we were in. Just kind of go to the nearest boat that's around.
Okay. Well, thank you for your service, Casey. I appreciate it, man. So you did 20 years?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay, 20 years. Okay, yeah, that's...
You're most welcome. Thank you for
that's
recognition.
That's a long time.
It was a good ride. The Navy was good to me. I cannot complain.
Right. I can imagine. Free medical insurance. Yeah, I work with a lot of guys that retired from the military, or they're currently in the military, and they're getting their military salary, and they don't have to, they can go to the VA to get their I guess medical benefits.
Right.
They don't have to get billed for that, and I appreciate you guys, man. There's guys like you that defended this country, that allows me to get out here and ride my Goldwing all across the country.
Well, we do. We live in a wonderful country, and I don't know of any other military that caters like the United States does. Even to their service members, they it's not all apple pie all the time, but the amount of what they were willing to do for you is, astonishing. It really is.
Yeah. I don't know if this is any consolation, but I was in the Boy Scouts, so...
You learn a lot of stuff in the Boy Scouts. That's all right. You learn a lot of stuff in the Boy Scouts.
But I got a dishonorable discharge out the Boy Scouts.
A dishonorable?
Yeah, I didn't help an old lady cross the road.
Oh.
But I served, though. I served as a kid, so hopefully that counts as something.
Well, over the years, I've been under the impression that you can take anything as a learning experience. There's no question about that.
Yeah. And we're heading toward Vegas, riding with Casey on his 22 Honda Goldwing. Current temperature 79 degrees. And hopefully it doesn't get too hot in Vegas. I heard that it can get really hot there. Yeah, but I think today the temperature's supposed to be good there, Casey.
I think so too. I think the last couple of days been cooler and it's warming up a bit, but I don't think it's going to be near the extreme that it can be.
Yeah. Now, how long have you always lived out here in California, or?
No, I was born and raised in Corpus Christi, Texas.
Texas, okay.
And
Yeah.
between Austin and Corpus Christi, lived there until I joined the Navy, and the Navy
Okay.
took me to California, and so I was basically in California all the Navy time.
Okay.
And when I got out, I was fortunate enough to find a pretty good job on different bases, and so I've just kind of stayed out here.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I love it out here. It's beautiful, man, but it's expensive.
It is.
Yeah.
There are a lot of costs involved when it comes to living in California.
Yeah.
And I'm not entirely sure how long I will continue to stay out here.
You might have to move to Tennessee where it's cheap.
Well,
cheaper.
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 I do. Once I retire,
Catch that right lane, Casey.
once I retire from this second job, I don't know that I'll stay in California very long.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. I noticed you got the engine guards on your Honda Goldwing. How you like those engine guards?
I think I like them. I happened to see them, and I picked them up, and they allowed me to put the floorboards there.
Yeah.
Of course, like I was saying at the gas station, they're not quite as thick as the stock bars on the 2016.
Right.
And so I put a little bit of magnetic tape around the where they bolt on at.
Okay.
But yeah, they work pretty darn good.
A friend of mine that lives out in North Carolina, Leroy, shouts out to Leroy, that has the 23 Honda Goldwing, and he purchased some engine guards for his 23 Honda Goldwing, and he was looking for the big old highway pegs that he could put on there, but the bars wasn't thick enough. And my suggestion to him was, maybe take a piece of inner tube, like a bicycle inner tube, just cut it,
Right.
and just put that in between, around the bar, and clamp the highway pegs around that inner tube, and I would think that would hold that highway peg into place where it wouldn't move around once you put pressure on it.
Right.
Yeah.
I think so. Anything that would be with some thickness that would just absorb some of that open air in there.
Yeah.
Space.
Yeah. Magnetic tape or inner tube, or I like rubber because rubber grips, but
It does.
yeah, but
And you keep it from scratching too.
yeah, but that's a great. So the color now, so your bike is like a matte black. What do they call it? Do they have a specific name for your bike, or is it just a black?
I think they just call it metallic black.
Like a metallic black?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's called a metallic black. Yeah, it looks good. I noticed it's kind of matte black in the center, and then it's shiny black on the ends. So that's pretty neat.
Yeah, I think 21 and 22, they had this color or style, and then the 23, I think, is not metallic, but this gloss black.
Right.
And I looked at 23s. I like the 23s, but I don't know about on the East Coast or Central, but out here they still doing the added dealer markups.
Oh.
And so this one, they didn't have an added dealer markup because it's left over.
Right.
And I don't know about you, but I don't want to give any added dealer markup.
Yeah, I actually think they charge you too much for these motorcycles. They know people want them and they want to ride them, and I think they're just getting all they can get out of it. I think mine was like 30 grand for my 21.
Right.
At the time when I purchased mine, and it's they charging prices of a car for a motorcycle. I mean, it is what it is, but
Yeah.
um, I've heard some people say, well, it's recreational. Yeah, maybe so, but I still think it's overpriced when you can buy an entire car for the same price.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
absolutely right. I bought a little Civic for my daughter, and this is 2021, and it was 2025, I think, MSRP,
right,
and a nice little car. Don't get me wrong, but this was considerably more than that.
right. Yeah, I mean they charging. They charging. I'm gonna come around the front of you.
And the dealership, I don't blame them, but they told me like, oh yeah, people come in and they'll pay 4 or 5K over MSRP all day long.
Yeah, and I think that's why they're taking advantage of the situation. They kind of got us, as they say, bent over a barrel. Yeah, your Goldwing is looking good. I like those engine guards you got on there. I may have to add that. Now, what website did you get those from? Did you find them off eBay, or did you have a particular website that you got those from?
Yeah, these particular ones I got off of eBay, but I've seen them on Amazon and I saw them on another website. I don't know if it's remember the website, but eBay definitely and Amazon had multiple sets of them,
Okay.
and it seems like there are maybe more than one manufacturer of them because some of them are a little different than others, but same size I think, just a little different design.
How long did it take you to install them, to get them put in?
Oh, probably about an hour, I think.
Okay, for both sides.
Both sides.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Kind of just bolt on. It wasn't very difficult at all.
Okay. We're 116 miles from Vegas there, Casey.
116 miles.
116 miles.
Beautiful day.
It really is. It's not too hot right now. I'm just showing 81, so hopefully we keep it under 90 on the temperature.
There you go.
Yeah. I heard
Wait.
that. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just going to say I heard that 15 gets busy toward the weekend with a lot of people going out to Vegas.
Oh, it does. It does. On a Friday and a Sunday, it can be, 8, 9, 10-hour trip. There's a way to go through Death Valley Park to get to Vegas, and it's a back road, and many times I'll just go through there, depending on how early of a start you get or what you're riding in or on, because Death Valley can be pretty hot. But
Yeah.
a few times I've come back the back roads way. Saves a lot of time on a Sunday.
So you actually ride through Death Valley to get back to your place from
Yep.
Vegas?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it pretty desolate, or is it pretty good traffic that goes down that road, or?
It depends on the time of year. They got some different types of tourists, and then a lot of people come out to see it. So it can depend, but it's way less traffic than on the interstate.
Okay. Is it a slower pace, or is it?
Oh, yeah. It's definitely a slower. A few curves, and of course there's some straightaways where you can get going pretty good, but
Okay.
there's
Go ahead.
there's some areas where you go kind of slow, and it's a little bit farther. It takes about 25 minutes longer than on a good day with on the big road, but sometimes there'll be a wreck and it comes to a complete stop for hours.
Oh, okay. So it's you said it's a 2-lane, 1 lane going each way?
Yeah, I have 1 lane going each way.
Wow. Yeah, looking at these mountains kind of mess with your eyesight. You know, I try not to look at them because it's almost looking at like a 3D image or something. You know, if I look directly, it kind of messes with my eyesight. You know, because you don't have it's hard to have perception of distance when you're looking at the side of a mountain. You don't know if you're looking at 1 mile or 100 yards. You know, it's like it throws. Well, at least for me, it throws my perception off. So when I look at the mountain from the side, it looks like it throws me off a little bit.
It does, and a lot of times it's hard to tell how big they really are until you ride up on them.
Right. Yeah, I can't even look at them too long. I mean, it throws my perception of distance off. You know, it's like when I look at this vehicle in front of me, well, I know he's a couple 100 feet in front of me. But when I look at the side of a mountain, it throws my perception off.
Yeah, it does.
It's like looking at a 3D image almost.
Well, even these like these rolling hills where my parents came out for my daughter's graduation, and at one point where I knew where I was at coming home, I showed them one place and I said, "You can see that pretty good." And my mom said, "Yeah, I see that good." I was like, "Well, that's 20 miles from here to there." And she's like, "No, there's no way that's 20 miles." And I was like, "Well, we'll set to look at the odometer." Sure enough, it's 20 miles.
Right.
And it's amazing how far you can see on a good clear day.
Yeah, I mean it's amazing. That's why I know it throws my perception off. You know, looking at those mountains right there, that might be 5 miles to that hill there,
Right.
I'm just throwing a number out there, but it's hard to measure perception when you're looking at the side of a mountain. At least for me, it is. Yeah, it's starting to warm up now. I'm about to open my my dragon wings. I mean, not my dragon wings, but my wind wings.
Right.
Yeah, I added the wind wings when I was at Wingding. I had them to add them to this Honda Goldwing, and I'm glad I got them.
Yeah, I saw the video on that one and the video on the 21.
Yes.
How do you like those wind wings on that new one?
Yeah, I love them. I'm gonna get past this truck. I love them. I think every Goldwing owner should have some wind deflectors on their bike. I think wind deflectors should come standard on the bike, but yeah, I think it should be standard. Yeah, I gotta open these up a little bit, get a little air going here. Oh yeah, that's a lot better there. Yeah. That's like turning on air conditioning.
Yeah.
I call it 275. You open up 2 wind deflectors at 75 miles an hour.
Big dog status, I'm a big dog vet. I pull up on the block in a big Corvette. Yeah, ride around the city with a stick all black. Try with a stroke, but we ain't with all that. $8 million and I can't go back. Got a lot of jewelry on me, man, you can't hold that. 12 asking better, tell him that I ain't so crack. Know your money long when your people can't afford that. I'm ballin', yeah. My mama told me that I did my calling. I keep that stick, I don't do no brawling. Open out the doors and let them